Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's the butt nakedness of it all. Live from New York to Jamaica to Cali to Japan, Doma live for Ground Zero. It's the fastest 30 minutes of the air. Your radio show, BUSTDAT AZZ, 83.17 FMX, and the X stands for You Never Saw Me Coming When You Never Saw Where I Was At, dumbass. Fuck you. That's right. Your Black Lenny Bruce on the loose. Who's better than that balding mini me two pump chump you call a boyfriend? Yes, and I'll run rings around that ass like Saturn, so test me, bitch. And if I say anything to offend you, then you know I'm doing my job. Because you have the option of turning me off when I keep turning you on again and again and again. Let's ride, bitches. Okay, now normally you guys be hearing like all kinds of weird shit going on before the show. But because the server is acting up, most of my queues are not going to be able to load up. So, plus I'm stretched for time on this shit anyway, because I got, I got to do the fucking day job shit. Anyway, motherfucking, let's go and see how far we get with this shit, alright? So let's ride, bitches. This is a butt naked version of Bust That Ass Radio. Alright? So here it is. LA racist entitlement. Now, question. Does knowing everything about your enemy a saving political grace from having a mob hit against you and your family? Or why does the slave give praises to the overseer over a dying master? You be the judge. Gee, Mayor Virocosa, can I get a ride on that 374-foot yacht you got parked in the Chinese shipping port? Oh, $1 million to buy or $1,000 to ride, is that it? Motherfucking man, can't sell the fucker back to the Chinese because the city wouldn't get the money for infrastructure and job growth. Now would it? Much like the tourism trade in LAX, which by federal law doesn't have to pay the city one fucking dime out of its $1 billion a year revenue. Notice that our manufacturing has left this proud state of corruption, yet we're only number 2 in gross domestic product sold, i.e. the movie industry, the music industry, media communications, and everything out of the 99-cent store. You know, the lily white society that controls the choking parts of the slave's leash. Then again, between Santa Monica, Ground Zero, and Beverly Hills, the mayor has failed to have their inner communities communicate to each other. This is economic segregation in practice because though they acknowledge that the other exists, none to the exploits of our fucking crime index and the stereotyping that comes with it is the only reason why so many jobs are hard to find in operation. Unless you move deep into the valley, you might find the migration more stressful than making chicken soup from scratch. Alright, you guys know where I'm going with this, right? What the fuck? Alright? Sounds like we need a new mayor. You know, one that won't choke under the ruling class thumb of the city council, state and local law enforcement agencies of racial hatred and social corruption, and against the very public it mandates, extorts, and vilifies through perpetrated fear-mongering. One that does not cheat on his wife, mistress, and anything moving around in the fish tank at their neighbor's house. One that doesn't spend more time in DC kissing mad ass and begging for federal funds before parts of the state file bankruptcy and they throw the governor under the bus. Not that the booger needed a makeover, but there's a fine line between ugly and cracker. And one who will stop the economic genocide in Little Africa. No, we don't have this label in the black portion of the city. Okay, you know, like Little Armenia, Little Tokyo, Chinatown, Filipino Town, Thai Town. Yes. Why come we don't have something like, Blacktown, Shackle City, or maybe Jigaboo Junction? Oh hell, the fuck no. MLK is all we get, and that philandering bastard was a Republican. Malcolm X is still a side street. Now you see what I'm saying? Okay, even with the Metro Line rail system, Caltrans, and all those motherfuckers, there's no connectivity to the big issues, like what happened to the money? Okay, we need a mayor who will change and charge a skin tax at strip bars to fund rape centers. restructure the allocation of infrastructure to include new housing measures for the legally homeless and mental health crisis centers that can intervene on behalf of the military vet, as well as services to adults suffering from PTSD. One that will make it a tax to be fat and obese behind abuses in fried pork cookies and chocolate mint ice cream indulgement. One that will make corporations that do business in LA be held accountable for their employees and stop transitional employment. It's the only way you keep people employable. One who will do more for integration and stop the exploitation of federal laws to grant amnesty to immigration lobbyists, stop the financial corruption of the INS, and most importantly, allow role reversal days. Yup, I'd love to have a Jewish maid come in and wipe my ass with gold toilet paper. What the fuck? I mean, how about education, which as a state, we suck. 50th overall and 7,000 in intelligence. Where do we rank? Okay? I mean, shit. Fucking rank at the bottom end of a fucking garbage can, for that matter. Alright, thank you Tupac for dying on a bunch of retards who still haven't left the cave of the 60s to come into the world of 2012. I mean, let's think about that shit, alright? You know, interactive learning, you know, a mayor that will fucking go for some shit like that, you know? The basics. Simply the basics. I mean, how about interactive learning of basic synapses? In other words, homeschool until the tool is cool to go to school. You dig? Then again, if the homestead is based on cultural stupidity and nepotism, then let their ignorant asses suffer and we'll send them someplace where they can be unbrainwashed about El Negro. Thank you, G.W. Griffith. Without Birth of a Nation, I'm just glad blackface coonery made its end when Spike Lee sold out to Hollywood. 40 Acres and a Fool later comes nothing that shows our scientific minds, our imaginative minds in math, and our stories of legend. Oh shit, did I say the Bible? That's where black history is, from Genesis to Revelations. Starts black, stays black, ends black, right? The new mayor should also allow the destruction of liquor stores and replace them with marijuana dispensaries, and also amend measures to allow first-time business owners to own one, you know, like a rent-to-own deal, without all the small writing at the end of the fucking contract that gets delayed between City Hall and your fucking hand for like 6 years. That's called red tape. I mean, the point here is simple. No matter who we vote for, you know, we should have a watchdog committee to make sure they're here doing what needs to be done. But when we vote out of the popularity of things, well, hey, we had Arnold in the state capitol, and what did he do there? Not a fucking thing worth mentioning. He's living on Kennedy money, groping Mexican maids like Maria, and then there's Maria Shriver, who's busy breaking safe driving laws and making movies with a ton of makeup on. So merry of him. The reason we haven't stopped Antonio is because that Mayate moves like one when the fucking light of truth is upon him. In 10 months, LA will run to the polls and ask themselves, do I vote for this jackass, or that ass white motherfucker, or the stripper who can't read or write, or my favorite, E, none of the above? Who by choice is always on the ballot but never picked to win? Sounds like my fucking love life. Chasing useless bitches for results is like voting for an image of a mayor instead of the real person with balls to move shit. I mean, fuck, man, think about it. I'll be black.
Infinite, I live in a fortress. I'm so astronomical. Yet in a physical plane, my body's just a shell, and control is my brain. I strain to gain spirituality, so I can finally be in unity, harmony with the all I see, supreme being. Know all histories and mysteries. I'm mystic, also stylistic, not materialistic, simplistic, humble, while others.
Y'all must be waiting on something. Can't do that shit, man. Fucking thing is all fucked up, but I gotta do this shit because I'm on time. On time. My Skittles. Facebook report. Fat bitch eat a dick. Oh, hell yeah. Things I see on my Facebook is quite interesting. I mean, if not crazy as hell. Okay. This sent in by Ass Buster and one of my main contributors, Equality Shabaka Kibala. A pic of a forest sculpture of a sleeping woman. Very beautiful, with an ancient Chinese proverb. It says, quote, "When sleepy woman awake, mountains move," unquote. Well, what? Too many bitches sleeping in potholes out here to notice a good man going to waste, so bitch, keep sleeping. Okay, this went from my favorite publication, The Onion. It's a pic of Representative Tom Akin of Missouri. No relation to Troy Aiken, but with a corrective meaning to the bullshit that came out of his mouth about rape. It states, quote, "What I meant to say was, I'm a worthless, moronic sack of shit, an utterly irredeemable human being who needs to shut up and go away forever," unquote. Damn, I mean, his father should have said that long before he wanked into his mother. And finally, from contributing ass buster Brad Mosser, a graphic pic of what chemicals and products we still use from the pig. You know, oink oink, fucking mud dopper, a rather nasty piece, but evil by those who produce it. Take a good look, ghetto idiot, and throw that shit out if you don't want to die like Mama on Soul Food. I mean, this shit's got like everything from toothpaste to gelatins to everything. Everything that's done on a fucking pig is pretty much in your house right now. And if you're not fucking paying attention, trust me, you'll wind up with all the shit that's associated with it. Let's start with Alzheimer's disease. The very fucking thing that fucking ended Reagan because he could not recall. Be back in a minute. Moving right along to dirty condoms. Got up this morning and on a Facebook post in a few chats with my boy ESQ. Kind of interesting. 8 things that men look for in a woman. Okay, now for all you resume hoes out there, write this shit down. All right, you have to possess both inner and outer beauty, inner and outer intelligence, a little bit of freakishness, a lot of spirituality, gotta be loving, you gotta be fun, you have to somewhat find a way of making yourself inspiring, and of course, classy. You know? Alright, shit bitches, you know, are supposed to be so mature over the 2-pump chumps they run the streets with. That shit, sad thing is, you know, is the responses I got when I answered back what they are in Cali as a whole. ESQ joked, when he started the conversation, he says, you know, that they're half and half out here. I responded in kind, I said, half? How about half dumb, half obese, halfway intelligent, half ass, half of your paycheck, half no common sense, halfway crazy, half thug, half of their own baby daddy drama. I could go on forever, LOL. I got 6 likes for the truth in it all, and it's still going to this motherfucking day right now. So I'll probably go back to that post a little bit later in the day just to see how far this shit goes and see how many other people. And get this, most of the shit that I fucking posted is responded on by chicks. Alright, so who does that motherfucker tell your ass? Be right back. Bust That Ass Radio 83.17 FMX, bitches.